Do I have a great fragrance to review for you today? This is from the house of Gallagher Fragrances, and this is Rosé All Day. To me, it's more Rose All Day, but Rosé All Day is what it's called. I'm going to review Rosé All Day for you, plus offer 2 10ml decants of Rosé All Day to subscribers of this channel from the world. So if you're curious to find out about Rosé All Day, please stick around. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. So recently I was in Italy, and when I got back from the trip, I found some packages, and one of the packages I received was from Gallagher Fragrances. So this bottle was sent to me. I knew that Daniel was working on Rosé All Day, but I had just received Pineapple and I hadn't reviewed it yet and just was waiting for me. And I opened it up immediately because I knew, as I said, he was working on a rose fragrance. And as soon as I smelled it, I was like wowed by it, because after all, I'm a big fan of rose fragrances, but not really too many gourmand rose fragrances out there. This is a truly full-on rose gourmand fragrance. Truly, truly delicious. So this is a 2018 launch, Rosé All Day, EDP concentration, Eau De Parfum. Daniel Gallagher is a perfumer at Gallagher Fragrances, and a 100ml bottle like this retails for $150. For notes here, we've got apple crisp, plum, Turkish rose absolute, brown sugar, golden honey, tonka bean absolute, labdanum, vanilla, Australian sandalwood, patchouli, white musk, and stainless steel. So when you think about apples and roses together, you immediately think of Slow Explosions by Imaginary Authors, but this is definitely not Slow Explosions. I mean, they both have apples, although this is apple crisp and Slow Explosions has apple or green apple note, whereas that fragrance is more about leather, saffron, musk, and rose. Here it's a full-on gourmand, and it's absolutely delicious. So the fragrance starts off with that apple crisp note. You do pick up the apple, and you also pick up the crisp, so it's doughy, a bit bready, cookie-like, cake-like experience with that fruity plum at the top. Then you've got that rose. It just dominates, it takes over. This is all about rose. It's beautifully blended with all those gourmand notes, because now you've got brown sugar popping up and then also honey in here. And then the tonka bean absolute appears, gives it a bit of a nutty almondy touch. And then of course, as the fragrance is developing and drying, you get lots of ambery touches and of course woody touches as well. Now, there's also the white musk. It's very clean. It's musky, but it's very clean, along with that stainless steel note. And I was thinking to myself, this fragrance, even though it has all those gourmand touches, has a very clean and soapy vibe. So I was thinking perhaps that the combo of the white musk and the stainless steel note in here perhaps comes off a bit soapy. I'm not sure where it's coming from, but I usually do not associate soapy fragrances with gourmands. They just I never smelled it that way, but here you get this beautiful honeyed apple crisp and gourmand touches with this big, beautiful, juicy, jammy rose in here. Absolutely delicious. It's such a great release. It's become my absolute favorite release from Gallagher Fragrance. It just seems like a very fitting fragrance to launch in the fall, because we've been having some cool days finally in the fall. It's been warm, but finally it's cooling off, and this one is doing magic on me. Absolute magic. There's also a really cool comforting vibe with this one, chill vibe. So when I wear it, all the gourmand notes give it a very relaxed feeling. Even though the rose is big and bright and vibrant in here, all those yummy gourmand notes kind of, just give it very comforting vibe. So it's the kind of fragrance where you think it's going to be this big, vibrant rose fragrance. Even though it is, you got a nice balance with the gourmand touches. It just works well, and it works great in the cool weather. I find this fragrance to be actually perfect for like a holiday setting. I'm thinking Thanksgiving, Christmas, things like that, because it has all those yummy gourmand notes, the apple crisp and honey, the brown sugar, all of those kind of come off a very Thanksgiving or Christmas cooking, baking vibe, if that makes sense. But it's unique. It's with rose. It's such a unique fragrance. It's absolutely a magical fragrance. In love with it. Absolutely overjoyed by the way this fragrance smells. And it's probably one of my favorite fragrances that I'm reviewing this year, that was launched this year. It's that good. Really good. So guys, if you haven't tried it, do try it. I want to talk to you a little bit about the presentation as well, because I know Daniel Gallagher was doing some updates to his bottles and packaging. If you can see, there isn't shamrock in here now. It's a green shamrock that is added inside the label, the back label, but you can see it inside the bottle. So that's there. There's also a shamrock in the cap. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but there is a shamrock there. It was hidden, but I discovered it. Well, actually, I got a hint from Daniel himself. But I also like the fact that it's magnetic. I absolutely love magnetic caps. It's like attention to detail. They've done it. And of course, the bottle is awesome. This bottle is just amazing. I love the square bottle. It rocks. Also, I want to tell you a little bit about the packaging itself. It comes in a box like this. You've got the notes listed here, which is awesome. And of course, on the back, you've got some information here as well. And then it's in this coffret box like this. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of By Kilian's coffret boxes. And the fragrance sits beautifully in like that. Oops. Anyway, like this. One more thing I want to mention about this fragrance. I don't get boozy whatsoever with this one. Rosé all day. I guess inspired by a beautiful rosé or a rosé experience. In rosé wine, I do enjoy it. I just don't get the connection at all. It's just my experience with rosé wine is drinking chilled rosé in the heat of the summer. That's kind of what I envision, or in the south of France. But this is such a fall and winter fragrance, just doesn't connect with me. But that's just me. I'm just being honest about it. But as far as rosé wine goes, I just don't get the connection. For me, it's more about the rose flower, the king of flowers, and it is one of the best rose fragrances, best gourmand rose fragrances I put my nose on. I kid you not. I hope you get to try it. And if you want to participate in our 2 10ml decants that I'll be doing, please put a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite rose fragrance is. Also, let me know what your favorite gourmand fragrance is. 2 more things, please let me know what you liked about this review and why rosé all day sounds great to you. And of course, please put your country as well so we can qualify you. And make sure you are subscribed. There is a subscribe button below. Please click that and click the bell icon to get notifications. All right, guys, have you tried rosé all day? Do you like it? Do you already own it? Also, do you know Gallagher fragrances? Do you have any of his fragrances? Let me know, put some comments down. Let's get a conversation started. Also, please like this video, please share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.